Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. Just recently we covered the second round results for Bolivia, and we just got our new map that has just been posted for the Bolivians abroad election, which you can see here shows the results of the second round, basically between Quiroga and Paz. Paz is, of course, the official winner of the presidential election. And we've been covering this election a lot because a lot of people don't realize this is historic because since 2009, relations were dim and they were dark between Bolivia and the United States. Under a new president, whether it be Quiroga or Paz, the United States has an increasing chance of a friendship and soaring relations with Bolivia. It's a lot of people are like, oh, so what will you care? Blah, 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 blah. Well, it's important that we don't have a Venezuela, okay? We don't want another adversary. We already have two adversaries in the Western Hemisphere, Cuba and Venezuela. And you got unfriendly countries like Colombia, you got Bolivia, you got Peru, you got Honduras, you got Nicaragua, you have all these countries are electing radicals that are anti-American. And a lot of people don't know this, but we're going to be talking a lot about Chile in November because there looks like a communist is going to become the next president. And when I mean communist, it's a girl, this female, running under the Communist Party of Chile. She is leading in the polls, and this is first round, by the way. But there's a chance she can be defeated, but I won't be surprised if she wins because Chile has historically been a historic, progressive country. And if that's going to be the case, I don't see, we would see Chilean American relations collapse. So I say we celebrate a win for Bolivia, for basically getting the country back, getting one country, repairing these relations. I'm hoping that Paz is willing to work with us, especially on immigration and other foreign and domestic issues. But anyway, we got to talk about the abroad results, which is really no different compared to the first round results. You do have Germany officially going to Quiroga this time. And not to mention Chile. We're still talking about Chile. Chile is voting for Quiroga. So Quiroga gained in this said result. As first round, let's see if there's a first round here. Okay, here's the first round. We can take a little comparison here. First round, Chile voted for Paz, and Quiroga picked up Chile, and Quiroga also won Germany. So, but in looking at the results here, you see Brazil and Argentina voting for Paz, and I'm not so sure if Paz won the popular vote for the abroad results. I would not be surprised if he did, because you remember there are more more Bolivians around in Bolivia, right? Near Bolivia's neighbors. So out of everything, you're going to get more turnout and more vote here than out here, okay? Now, it depends how many people from Peru are voting, how many people that live in Ecuador are voting, how many people that live in Colombia are voting, how many people that live in Chile are voting. Really does depend. Brazil has a pretty big population. That could be enough to give Paz the delegates, or whatever it's called for by the popular vote, which is added. But who knows? I'm just saying, we know that during the first round, Paz managed to win the first round results by only carrying 3 countries, Chile, Argentina, and Brazil. That's it. And really, other countries like Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. I mean, Peru and Paraguay are neighbors of Bolivia. And you would think, especially in Peru, there would be a lot of Bolivians. And with all the votes up here in Europe, then again, we need to add context to this. You might have one person participating in per election. Okay? One person per country, which would be crazy, right? Imagine one person determines how your country is going to vote in an at-large, abroad delegation race. That would be crazy. But it has happened before. The Democratic primaries in 2024 have seen like two people determine the outcome of which a country determines which one will be supported. But you'll see that Paz is this is the first round. You'll see changes. Paz loses Chile and to Quiroga, and Quiroga wins Germany, and we knew Germany would have to pick a side because Medina is not in this race. He's been eliminated. He's been cleaned off the map, and Germany has voted to go for Quiroga. And I'm guessing with these said results, then again, despite Paz, then again, you also have a president who is now president-elect. He's a Spanish citizen, technically. Is he Spanish? Yeah, he's a Spanish citizen, so he has strong ties to Spain. I thought that would have held him back. That didn't, obviously. And despite that, but here's the good news of having a Spanish citizen running Bolivia. It means that you are going to have more, Bolivia is going to become more westernized, okay? As before, it's become more eastern, okay? More east, pro-east. Now, Spain is a very pro-western country, and with Paz Pereira being a Spanish citizen and the president of Bolivia, you can imagine that Bolivia will kind of distance itself away from Russia. That's the thing, yes. Bolivia has been very friendly with Russia. Well, it's expected now that afterward, Bolivia is not going to be that friendly anymore because of the change of leadership and the fact that you got a Spanish citizen running the country. So this is very interesting set of elections. We'll have to look at that Chilean election later in November. But what do you guys think in regards to this video? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.